I like the chain, bro. What is that?
It's ice. It's an ice box.
Oh shit! It's an icebox.
It is.
Mary can't get you nowhere in your position. Quick to double cross me like both of us Christian. Meanwhile, your girl is preaching gospel, you should listen to her. But then again, that's why you sacrificial. Y'all niggas stay over there, I'm trying to create some distance. Scholarship to Kentucky that I won't get to finish. Last time I thought about school, I was wearing academics. Still deserve to graduate from Harvard Business. Halloween gang and niggas wanna carve a percentage. On the old time.
In the high-stakes world of elite luxury, a visit to Atlanta's Icebox isn't just a shopping trip, it is a calculated cultural shift. Imagine a motorcade of obsidian SUVs pulling up to a nondescript storefront that houses more wealth per square foot than most mid-sized banks. Within these walls, the previous engagement's necklace was born, a 351-carat masterpiece featuring 42 diamonds that represent the engagements Drake never pursued, turning personal history into a $15 million wearable archive. This isn't about simple vanity, it's about the transformation of a rap icon into a walking museum of gemological rarity. As we peel back the velvet curtain on Drake's decade-long relationship with the Icebox brothers, we uncover a financial trail of custom-cut stones and one-of-one commissions that redefine the limits of excess. By the end of this deep dive, you will understand exactly how much the boy has truly spent to secure his throne in the diamond-encrusted halls of history. The relationship between Drake and the Icebox brothers, Zahid, Mo, and Rafi, is not merely a business transaction, it is a decade-long alliance that parallels the shop's own meteoric rise from a local Atlanta secret to a global powerhouse. To understand the depth of Drake's loyalty, one must look back to the early 2000s, when the brothers were aggressively pivoting from the family's flea market roots toward the high-end rap aesthetic. Drake didn't just walk into a store, he entered a family legacy built on the grit of Pakistani immigrants who once slept in their cars to sell silver across the American South. This shared underdog to aristocrat narrative forged a bond of mutual respect that goes beyond the price tag. Today, when Drake's motorcade pulls up to the Buckhead showroom, the storefront is locked down, the specialized security details are briefed, and the private vault experience begins. It is here, in the quiet of the back rooms, where some of the most iconic pieces in modern music history were blueprinted, turning Icebox into the unofficial jeweler of the OVO empire. The previous engagement's necklace stands as a monument to sentimental extravagance, a piece so audacious that it effectively redefined the ceiling for celebrity commissions. Comprising 42 natural diamonds, each representing a moment where Drake contemplated a proposal but ultimately chose his career and freedom, this lariat-style masterpiece is a 351.38 carat weight of what-ifs. The technical specs are staggering. 14 months of meticulous labor were required to hand-select stones in round, asher, emerald, and pear cuts, all set in 18-karat white gold using a delicate eagle claw technique. While estimates for such a singular item vary wildly, Drake himself admitted to spending over 10 M's for the chain, with some experts placing the value closer to $12.5 million given the exponential rarity of stones averaging over 8 carats each. It is more than just jewelry. It is a wearable archive of the certified lover boy persona, proving that for Drake, vulnerability isn't just a lyrical theme. It is a multi-million-dollar asset class that commands global attention every time it catches the light. Drake's collection is frequently punctuated by pieces that serve as a glittering map of his hometown pride, a theme that has become synonymous with the crown jewel of Toronto narrative. While he famously tapped Alex Moss for the literal crown jewel pendant featuring the CN Tower and local sports logos, his partnership with Icebox has provided the foundational, everyday luxury that cements his status as the city's global ambassador. At Icebox, the commissions often lean into the iconic OVO owl, a symbol of Toronto's nocturnal dominance. These aren't standard retail items, they are solid 14-karat gold relics encrusted with hand-set VS diamonds that can reach price points exceeding $200,000 for a single high-spec charm. Drake's Civic Pride even extended to custom championship rings for his recreational league, the Sanctuary team, ensuring that every victory on Toronto soil is commemorated with the same Icebox prestige as an NBA title. By wearing these city-centric pieces on global stages, Drake turns his financial expenditures at Icebox into a form of high-end municipal marketing, proving that his heart and his millions always find their way back to the six. The Icebox experience for a client of Drake's magnitude is a master masterclass in high-stakes hospitality and tactical security. When a visit is scheduled, the Buckhead showroom transitions into a literal fortress. Front doors are locked to the public, and a specialized team of armed guards, often including off-duty law enforcement, secures the perimeter of Peachtree Road. Inside, the atmosphere shifts from a retail space to a private lounge where the World Traveler cases are rolled out. These leather-bound vaults on wheels house millions in unreleased inventory, curated specifically for Drake's taste before he even steps through the door. While the brothers offer their signature hospitality, the real work happens in the back-end logistics. Every piece Drake selects is logged into a sophisticated inventory system that manages everything from international shipping insurance via specialized carriers like Ferrari or Brinks to the detailed appraisal paperwork required for his private insurers. It is a seamless blend of red carpet, luxury, and black ops security, ensuring that while the world sees a casual shopping trip on Instagram, the reality is a multi-million-dollar operation managed with surgical precision. To truly grasp Drake's spending power, one must analyze the fascinating contrast between his Homer acquisitions and his Icebox legacy. While Icebox represents the pinnacle of traditional heavy-set hip-hop craftsmanship, Drake's foray into Frank Ocean's luxury line, Homer, reveals a shift toward avant-garde, high-art jewelry. In 2022, Drake made headlines by sporting the Sphere Legs high jewelry necklace, a staggering $1.9 million purchase from Homer that features 127.5 carats of lab-grown diamonds set in 18-karat white gold. This highlights a fascinating spending paradox. While a $2 million check at Icebox typically buys massive natural stone boulders with high raw material resale value, the same amount at Homer buys design equity and cultural exclusivity. Critics often point to the markup on Homer's lab-grown stones, but for Drake, the spend isn't just about the GIA certification, it's about owning a piece of a singular creative vision. Whether he is dropping 7 figures on Frank Ocean's experimental geometry or 10 million on Icebox's natural diamond mastery, Drake's ledger proves he is willing to pay any price to remain at the intersection of high fashion and street prestige. The 100 gigs era, which exploded across the digital landscape in late 2024 and continues to ripple through 2025, has provided a rare, unvarnished look into Drake's obsession with the Icebox vault. Through a massive dump of behind-the-scenes footage, fans were treated to lost tapes of Drake navigating the Atlanta showroom, revealing that his visits are often marathon sessions of creative direction rather than simple browsing. This period also marks a pivot toward his 2025 Iceman album rollout, a thematic universe centered entirely around the concept of frozen luxury. During this time, he was spotted commissioning a new Iceman chain from Eric the Jeweler, but the foundation remains his Icebox roots. This era shows us the raw Drake negotiating the placement of baguettes, debating the clarity of center stones, and dropping casual 6-figure sums as if they were retail pocket change. By integrating these 100 gigabyte revelations, we see that the millions spent at Icebox weren't just for flash, they were the visual storyboards for his entire musical legacy, proving that in 2025, his Ice is as much a part of his discography as the beats themselves. Maintaining a multi-million-dollar jewelry collection requires more than just a sturdy safe. It necessitates a logistical operation that rivals a small military unit. For Drake, the annual insurance premiums alone on his Icebox heavy portfolio, estimated to be worth upwards of $50 million, likely range between $500,000 and $1 million, based on industry standard all-risk rates of 1% to 2% of total value. These policies go beyond simple theft protection. They cover mysterious disappearance and accidental damage, ensuring that if a single diamond is chipped during a high-energy performance, the 6-figure repair is covered. Furthermore, the physical transport of these assets involves jeweler's block shipping protocols, utilizing specialized armored couriers like Ferrari or Brinks for any movement between his Toronto embassy and Atlanta. Behind the scenes, a dedicated archivist often tracks each piece's location and maintenance schedule, ensuring the metals are polished and the settings are secure. This invisible infrastructure is the true cost of being the Iceman, a perpetual financial commitment to securing a legacy that is as fragile as it is frozen. In the final internal accounting, Drake's decade-long pilgrimage to the Icebox vault represents more than a series of retail transactions. It is a financial manifesto of his dominance. By conservative estimates, the boy has funneled upwards of $50 million into a collection that serves as both a private retirement fund and a public museum of his certified lover boy legacy. From the $12.5 million previous engagement's masterpiece to the endless stream of custom OVO relics, every dollar spent at Icebox has been an investment in a visual language that no other artist can replicate. As we move through 2025, it is clear that Drake doesn't just wear his wealth, he archives it in 18-karat gold and VVS clarity, ensuring that even if the music ever stops, the shine remains eternal. If you've witnessed the level of precision and research we've poured into this breakdown, then you know this is the only place for the real numbers behind the culture. Subscribe now and join the inner circle of those who don't just watch the game, but actually understand the cost of the crown. We've already started tracking the next big vault visit. Make sure you're here when the receipts drop.